There's a net serve to start us off, and the ball called out as the US tried to place the ball at the back of the court. Just a couple of centimetres in that one at the back. It's a good start for Brazil. This time the US hit back on what's quite damp sand. We've had quite a bit of rain overnight here in Brasilia. Very unusual weather for this time of year.
Yeah, the weather here in Brasilia usually is more stable. But this week started good, but now in the weekend it's not so good. It's a little bit cloudy, and but I think until the last game, well, I think it will be better. We can see sunshine here.
Testing conditions for the players, and a rather unusual serve there. And it's worked for them this time. Have you ever seen a serve like that in this tournament this week?
Yeah, this is something we are eager to see. Is Dalhausser block a little bit, and right now he closed the line of Fabio, make a very good block.
Well, certainly a different serving tactic than the one we saw yesterday from the American team. What do you think they've changed their attack?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't understand very good, because usually when you try this kind of service is when it's sun or wind. That could work for you, but today I don't understand.
Well, it's working for them at the minute. 3-1 up, and suddenly changing to 4-1. Big blocking at the net.
Yeah, I don't understand, but I think he's working.
Well, 3 points in front early on, definitely working as Todd Rogers, let's see if he continues in the same vein. For Brazil, and you can hear the reaction of the crowd. They're going to play a huge part in the proceedings today, I think.
Yeah, these two teams, they know each other. They play against each other at least for in the last 3 years. So they know what to do. It's only about concentration.
Well, concentration lost by the Brazilian team there as the US go 5-2 up. First side change of the match, and that's how it happened. Hit over by Dalhausser. A quick high five between the US team before Phil Dalhausser moves on to serve for the first time in this match. And it's worked for him straight away too. Straight in between the two players.
Yeah, this beginning of the game is a little bit strange, in my opinion, because I feel the two teams without the usual motivation, determination they show in the game, but the Brazilians are a little bit more slow in the beginning of the set.
Well, slow to get off the mark, and they've called a timeout too to try and rectify the problems.
And we see the Americans not too aggressive as usual, but looking for the point a little bit more than the Brazilians.
I think they're in the same boat.
Looking for the point, and the Brazilians played a strange match too yesterday against Ricardo and Emmanuel.
Yeah, yesterday was Fabio Marcio against Ricardo Emmanuel was an unusual game too, because a lot of mistakes from both parts, and in the end win the team that made less mistakes. Well, of course was Ricardo Emmanuel.
Well, Ricardo Emmanuel making less mistakes yesterday, and so far it's the Americans hardly making any so far. They're 6-2 up. There perhaps is the first evidence of a fault. 6-3, the service switches back to Marcio. The serve just slightly long there from Dalhausser. As Todd Rogers looks on, preparing to receive. receiving needed to be done as it was long and wide.
If it continues like this, I believe the American have a little bit more advantage right now, because not only in the 4 points in front of the score, it's because of the attitude.
Well, they certainly look up for it, the USA. They've quickly moved to open up a 5-point lead, 8-3. It was a bit more positive from the Brazilians that time, looking for the point, but the spike didn't work.
Yeah, that was just a usual game situation, but
again,
things are not working to the Brazilians right now.
Well, the timeout doesn't seem to have worked either. He took a very, very early timeout at 6-2 down. Since then, the score has moved on to 9-3. It will be Todd Rogers to serve, the 35-year-old rather, from Santa Barbara. That's a better reaction. As far as all those yellow-clad home fans are concerned. Public have completely filled the stands around now. A sea of yellow, but at the moment it's their team that have been beaten by 5 points in this first set, 4-9 down. Well, the block going out. US again extend the lead to 6 points, and something needed to be done by the Brazilian team. And that's much better.
Yeah, now Fabio showed a lot of more attitude in this point. If the Brazilians want to start a reaction, I think the time is now.
Well, if they do manage to get a reaction and make it an all-Brazilian podium, first, second and third, it would be the 23rd time in Swatch history that would have happened, that out of 230 men's events. Pretty impressive record. There it is, the comeback. Seeds have been sown. Strong hitting from Fabio. That was clever though. Todd Rogers seeing the space and securing the point with ease for the USA.
I think now what is missed was communication between Marcio and Fabio. They went to the same place in the court.
Well, miscommunication perhaps, but they're a pair that know each other's game inside out. 11-6 down here. Rogers on serve with that lofted serve of his. Ball hit long. Fabio, the man putting the ball out. Well, long in fact, good 30 centimeters or so. The USA's lead continues to build, 6 points now. Just a couple of minutes ago we thought that they might be on the way back, but the errors have reappeared in the Brazilian pairing.
I think this mistake shows exactly the mental condition of the Brazilian team. You know, it's an easy serve.